my life run on a dose. I don't know. I got cases with the police. I need to lay low. Shit, wie pas weg van warm. Je kent die boys nog warm. Damsa, kalvoet op koren. Walking on the same steps, olifant sporen. Chasing die ladies van vandaag. Hulle hoewele, waarom met de type in die nacht. Raak face chase en met de G. Ik is in, ik is uit, is a fat, is a G. Chasing die stories stay deep. I remain the bean number one, twisty from the streets. Malaka dry deep black. Fabulo kasi slay heavy in a black. Shibobo. Fake niggas in my life run on a dose. I don't know. I top shit a first class king twist. Alles is net so. So pas praat van je net zo cherries. It's a no. Ik zeg shibobo. Fake niggas in my life run on a dose. I don't know. I got cases with the police. I need to lay low. I told you, man. Steady covering, my nigga. Skilele, skagag. Apagamish me Bruce, babok. Skilele, skagag. Apagamish me Bruce, bagag. Skilele, skagag. Apagamish me Bruce, bilele. Shibobo. Fake niggas in my life run on a dose. I don't know. I top shit a first class king twist. Alles is net so. So pas praat van je net zo cherries. It's a no. I don't know. Alles is net so.
And that is
Cool song, man.
Jericho.
Yeah.
Jericho. What a song. Chibobo by none other than the Tupac of Namibian hip hop.
Yes.
Jericho Kavanap.
Neville, do you know what Shibobo means?
Hey, who are you talking to?
No, I'm just saying, do you know what Shibobo means?
What does Shipopo mean?
Why don't you ask the German?
I don't know what Shipopo means.
Ja, jy gooi regtig hy vraag na my toe.
No, I have to first ask you, so like, Jekemos, you have to follow the eyes here, bro.
Huh?
What does Shibobo mean, Neville? What do you think it means?
I don't know.
Give him a German word that you know he does not know. Yeah.
No, Shibobo is actually something from soccer. Like, if a guy passes the ball between another guy's legs, then we call it Shibobo.
If I, as a
Right.
for you stand,
Right.
let's say you're a defender.
Yes.
You're trying to defend the ball from, passing.
Yes, it's what Newcastle does to Liverpool all the time.
Ja. So, as ek die bal en tussen jou bene deur.
Yeah.
Hy gaan tussen jou bene deur. That level of stupidity that you
It's like an embarrassment.
Yeah.
Ja, ek het jou geshibobo.
Ja.
Ja, jy het nog as ek verby jou. So it's basically
Skam jou.
Ja, it's
Schamhaft.
Schamhaft.
Auf Deutsch.
So it's a way of embarrassing you, and it's shibobo it's something that we use symbolically with many departments of your life.
Right.
If a girl cheats on you, say, said you shibobo.
Okay,
or
I get it.
If somebody screwed you out of money,
Oh, okay.
just shibobo.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Something like that, yeah. Morning, guys.
That's always nice to learn something so early in the morning.
Nee. En ons soek ook, jy moet ook vir ons paar Duitse goed leer, so as ons by Vika goed is, then we know what they say around us.
Do you know why at the Vika they always go like this? Vika, remember? Vika, always with their left hand. Do you know why Vika's always with
the left hand?
Yeah. Because Hitler was right.
Kaufman.
Vika's left. Hitler was right.
Hitler is right.
No, but the way you said it, it's like, do you know why they always do it with the left hand? Because Hitler was right.
Yes. That's the punchline.
The punchline.
It's right there.
Oh my kid, man.
Morning, guys. Morning.
Moro.
And to all our viewers and listeners out there, welcome to the last edition of the Morning Mix.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is
of Informante Live.
Thursday, the 16th of December.
Yeah.
It's the last episode, so you'll only get the news again fresh.
Yes,
Next
early
year on the Morning
Jan-
Mix.
That's it. Guys, it's been quite a year.
Quite a year, no?
Very.
But we
really
keep our
been-
shoulders up, our heads up high,
Yeah.
and
We move.
Aluta
As we
continua.
move.
Yeah, we move.
As we move.
We move. Now before we do the news, jy moet nou weet Kalfie, ek het ons nog geleer oor jare dat nie oor jare nie, oor die maande that you know what when certain things have been changed here in the studio.
Yeah.
At least I was checking out now and the news jingle. Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it. Yeah. So, and that's what I wanted to say to you now. So, you showed me how to click, where to go
Yes.
to get the news jingle. Because
Okay.
somebody else was here. I don't know who.
Probably Mitch.
Nee, was he Mitchie?
Let's not mention names. Let's not mention names. I'm not going to mention Mitch's name.
Yeah. Kalfie, what do you have for us in the news today?
Let's see.
Informante News. Informante News. Firm but fair.
This is Informante Live, and these are our top stories. The 26-year-old Yulukeni Haipinge, who is accused of murdering her newborn baby and hiding the mutilated corpse, was remanded in custody after a brief appearance in the Kadatura Magistrates Court on Wednesday. Haipinge, who faces counts of murder, illegal abortion, violating a corpse, and defeating the course of justice, is expected to undergo mental observation. She was arrested on Monday for the murder of her newborn daughter between Saturday and Sunday in Island Street in Windhoek's Rocky Crest neighborhood. Despite continuous appeals by the government, vaccination numbers remain low, with 329,088 people who are fully vaccinated, translating to 21.9% of the target population. A total of 720 new cases were recorded in the last 24-hour reporting cycle, representing a 25.75% positivity ratio, while 58 people have recovered from the coronavirus. The Minister of Health and Social Services, Dr. Kalumbi Shangula, said of the new cases, the Khomas region recorded the highest number, namely 328, making up to 46.2% of the total confirmed cases. And finally, Namibia and 10 other African countries are no longer on the United Kingdom's, the UK, travel red list. Passengers arriving from Namibia, Angola, Botswana, Eswatini, Lesotho, Malawi, Mozambique, Nigeria, South Africa, Zambia, and Zimbabwe will not have to stay in a managed quarantine hotel on arrival in England from Wednesday, the 15th of December. This was announced in a statement issued by the UK government. The red list policy and additional testing measures in response to Omicron remain in place. Your Trustco share price today, the 16th of December, is at $1 Namibia and 27 cents per share. Taking a brief look at the financial indicators, the Namibia dollar is trading against the US dollar at 16 Namibia dollars and 20 cents, against the euro at 18 Namibia dollars and 20 cents, and against the British pound at 21 Namibia dollars and 40 cents. This is Informante Live, and these were our top stories. You can find more on our website, which is informante.web.na.
Informante News. Informante News. Informante News. Firm but fair.
So you guys must go and get your booster shots, no? Yeah.
I did what I had to do. I'm done with the shot.
Yeah, nee, ek dink for now I'm also done for now.
Know when you had enough.
Oh. Vaccinize responsibly.
Yeah,
Vaccinate
Vaccinate responsibly.
responsibly.
that is what we've
Know
done.
when you had enough.
Yeah.
No
Whoa,
more shots for me.
whoa, please. Okay, we are not the torchbearers of the no booster shots.
Yes.
Okay. These are just three individuals with their own individual opinions and perspective about things in life.
Yes.
Please keep your own
Yes.
and follow your own. Okay. For me, for now, I'm not going to take the booster shot. I do consider it perhaps maybe next year around April or so,
Right.
just before the winter sets in.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to take the booster shot, not now.
I'll take a couple of booster shots in a bar somewhere.
Ja.
I'll also consider it only next year.
Ja.
Like really.
Ja. Masha, gaan almal op verlof saam met my? Ja. Ons gaan almal.
Ons gaan cheap.
Ja. Masha sê julle sal booster shots later moet vat soos voorbehoed elke 3 maande. She makes a point there.
Don't you get the morning after pill anymore?
Ja.
Every time people like, is you op die spyt?
Is jy op die spyt?
Is jy op die spyt?
Sê nie spyt, jy's op die spyt.
Ja. Emilia Magoja says, we don't say Shibobo anymore.
Right.
As net dribble.
Oh, dribble, yeah.
Mavutus will dribble you. For example, Mavutus will dribble you.
Hulle sal jou hart rasper.
Ja, nee, jou hart word gerasper. Goeiemôre almal, dis JD. Sylvia Wakumbwa says, Mwapenduka, I missed yesterday's show because of a meeting, but watch later. Yo, Maria was up another level.
Yeah.
The show was hot. Thank you so much, Sylvia. Yeah, it was a
amazing,
bittersweet. It was a bittersweet show yesterday because everybody that left and is leaving was in studio yesterday.
Yes.
But nevertheless, that's life for you. Samuel Makale says, "Good morning. We are late today. Is because God answered their prayers."
Aha. Yes.
I heard in Omusati region there's also prayers. Yeah,
Yes.
we are praying now in Omusati. Yeah.
Pray not to go to jail.
Yeah.
Get bail.
That's it. Yes. It's like that. Sylvia Wakumba says, ek is net hier in die capital want ek werk Aram J.
You must look after the house.
Yeah. Coffee?
Yes.
Yeah. Now that we know that we have a get out of jail free card.
Yes.
For at least a month.
Yeah.
Praat met ons.
On the Verona virus cases. Okay, so
Verona.
Coronavirus. Jesse, wat's fout met my?
Koffie was met Verona.
Ja.
Duitser.
Is deur mekaar vandag. Man. Okay, no, the coronavirus cases. Okay, so we've got 133,444 registered cases in Namibia thus far since Corona started. We've recovered 126,148. Here comes the figure, 3,578 deaths up to now. But the active cases are standing at 3,718. Please remember that we were at 3,404 yesterday. Okay. So 354 daily new cases registered yesterday. So, but here comes the thing. No deaths. The last deaths that we had was on the 11th of December, where we had 2 deaths. So, yeah, it is. I'm looking at this from a distance, and I understand coronavirus and, the first wave, third wave, fourth wave, and all that. But isn't this just the change of weather, and the people are having a flu? And, the flu is a virus. That's it. That's what it is. Because if Omicron is now the new word, what's next year's flu virus going to be called? We're just going to get a new virus next year, and another new virus, and another new virus.
Omicron sounds like a Transformers name.
No,
Omicron.
This is a man-made thing. This.
Hy begin met die conspiracies hier
No,
so.
man, this is a crap.
You know what? And whether you believe in this or believe in that, as much as I don't delve into conspiracy theories, but when I lay by myself at night, and then I wonder about many of these things, but
Yes.
I don't spend too much time, dwelling over it, because it's just going to make me sick.
Yes.
So, Mitch, what do you say?
I was also having that sideline, but we know that it's there. We know it exists. We just don't know how to point it out. If people actually made it to make a profit out of it,
Of course.
because
Okay.
big pharmaceutical companies are making a big profit.
It came from Wuhan
Yeah.
in China.
Yeah.
And then it landed in Walvis Bay. Sis vir julle.
Yeah.
And billionaires are making a lot of money off this. Like just yesterday, Warren Buffett, they were talking about Warren
Yes.
Buffett actually profiting off this.
This
and,
whole thing.
And I was like,
Big
and the conspiracy theorists were talking about this.
Big pharma. Yeah,
Big
it's a
pharma.
big pharma. It's the medicine companies.
Somebody made just a calculation the other day, and I never thought about it this way. How much is a coronavirus test
now.
cost you?
Hang on a
About
moment.
$800.
Yeah, my better half told me yesterday. I think it was $800.
Yeah, but they have like different ones. It's like for relief. They say for relief test is like 300, and then the test that goes to the lab, it's 800.
Okay.
And then
Let's
for traveling, I think it's about also 800 to 1,000. Yeah.
okay.
So I got the
say-
300 one.
Okay, let's say you get a test to the value of $800. You live in a country with a population of about, say 10 million people. This particular lab tests how many people per day? Let's say
Right.
5,000 people per day.
Per day.
That's just an average.
800 times 5,000
Exactly.
per
Day.
day. Het iemand 'n calculator daar?
Yeah.
Vraag voor Siri.
Can we just quickly just make a calculation? Let's take $800 times 5,000. I just want to see how much money a lab makes per day.
That'll be 4 million.
Per day. And now just look, this is the lab doing it. Now the people that actually produces the test, the people that send the vaccinations, the people that produces the vaccinations and sells them to the labs or to the countries, how much do they make?
Exactly.
I just wanted to see.
So it's, let's say they do it
Per week.
21 times a month. That's 84 million. If they've been doing it for the last 12 months, for a year, that figure would be working out to 1,000,000,008 million.
And one guy owns that company.
Somebody's smiling somewhere.
Yeah.
It's the flu. That's what it is. Get over it. Bloody hell.
Koffie wil net vakansie as ek op so praat. Koffie wil vakansie.
Aldrin Calvo says, guys, I'm concerned with the booster. To what extent do our leaders acknowledge those boosters? Isn't just an experiment to our people. Remember, they refused Madagascar's vaccine because it was from Africa. Yeah.
I think we talked about it, ne?
Yeah, I just, wow.
Madagascar wanted to ship it for free.
It's a staggering amount of money
Yes.
that these labs are making. Waar hoor ek klank?
Somebody's, I think it's Shines, who's
Shines?
listening to his own radio station somewhere.
Is the device on here? Because
Ek dink is myne.
Eish.
Sorry. Vader van Keetmans.
Yeah, anyway,
Shall we look at the weather?
let's look at the weather.
All
Whether
right,
there's
so
no weather.
the weather. Widespread thunder showers are most likely in the northeast in places tomorrow. Going into the weekend, please take the necessary precautions. So we're talking about the Kavango and the Zambezi regions. In the meantime, the interior mostly sunny and warm to hot in the south, elsewhere partly cloudy and hot to very hot with isolated scattered thunder showers in the northeast. A fresh to strong southwesterly wind in the interior. The coast partly cloudy and cool to warm, with the wind moderate to fresh southwesterly to southeasterly. Okay, then looking at the maximum temperatures for today in Windhoek 34, Walvis Bay 24, with Swakopmund 22. Going to the north of the country in the Zambezi region, Katima Mulilo with 32 degrees maximum today. And then to Omuthia 36, Ondangwa 36, Oshakati 35. Oranjemund, yeah, let's start with Oranjemund. 25, and then we'll work ourselves back up again. Keetmanshoop, there's Yo Valley, Mitch, 31 degrees with Marintal 38.
Taking it again.
Taking it again, Marintal. Okay, then where is our dear friend Riobot? Die gebied Kom ons
die
gaan na
gebied.
die gebied.
Gaan eens.
28 degrees Celsius maximum for die gebied.
op
No,
genade.
sorry, 35. 35, I made a mistake there. And then the east of the country, Gobabis, 36, Beitepos, 35. And that is your regions for today.
Kofi, thank you
Thank you
very
so much. And until the next year, no?
Next year, yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for fantastic 2021. It was great.
Kofi, you know what? I must say, I think we've all grown into each other's positions here
Right.
on the
Morning
morning
mix.
mix.
Yeah.
And I remember when, I mean, like we went down memory lane yesterday, and Mitch, once again, thank you that you know, unceremoniously excused yourself just
Yeah.
because it was a little bit of euphoria here yesterday because
Yes.
you know all the old guys were here, and we just went down memory lane yesterday, how we all started with this show and how it basically became what it is. And Kofi, you yourself, yeah, you know, let's give flowers to people when they are still around. You know, people on the show started warming so much to you. It took time, okay, because it's a young audience.
Yes.
It's a very, very young audience, and they just want to talk about young stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. But I must say, Kofi, I think the fact that you are here every day, you're giving us very important information, and I can see you're having a little fan club here on the show.
Yeah.
And
His
we,
own-
and
Thank
we
you,
so much
everybody.
appreciate what you do.
Kavi
Always.
has his admirers even on the show. Kavi is the only guy that I saw a lady saying like, "Oh, I like his voice." Like,
But we are not going to be stopped. We are just taking a break. We'll be back in 2022.
Ja,
Ja.
but Kofi, thank you
Thank you
so
very
much.
much. Have a nice day.
Nee, wacht. Dat is zo makkelijk niet.
Oh, ik zie.
Fok. Ja, ik praat nog met jou. Ja. So please tell us, what's your holiday plans?
Oh, my holiday plans. Well, I'm just traveling to the coast this weekend. However, I am coming back. I still have 2 days of, let's call it, administrational work to do. And then what we will be doing is, then we're going on leave officially as of next Wednesday.
Is het koffie dan?
Ja.
Ik drink nie koffie nie. Rooibos.
Maar dis seker nie vir my nie.
Ja.
Is dit vir my? Hey, Svenny. Oh, dankie
Hulle wil
Svenny.
hê jy moet bietjie sit.
Ja.
Hulle wil hê jy moet bietjie sit.
Okay, so you're going to be going to Swakopmund?
Swakop, and then as of Wednesday next week, it's a well-deserved holiday. You know, I'm just going to enjoy my family, and then and make music and stuff, and sleep a little longer in the mornings.
You are, I guess you are quite relieved that the president did not...
Oh, very much so. I've got no problem with if you would have put in a curfew, let's say at 10, 11 o'clock at night or something like that. I wouldn't
Yeah.
have had a problem with that.
Yeah.
But we're very thankful that our president did not close the regions. Dankie toch.
Yeah, thank you very much. Alistair VW says, hey, hou op so blaas in die mic. Oh, yeah. Alistair says, enjoy your holiday, Kofi.
Thank you.
Masha says, thanks, Kofi. Have a great festive season. Ja, Mitch, dankie dat jy eers bietjie teruggestaan het gister. Thank you.
It's the right thing to do.
Ja, Tangeni with the capital says, laat oom Chris ook tata kom sê.
Ja.
Nee, oom Kribo is al op vakansie. Ja, Ro, we will get to your cousin now. Ons sal nou oor jou neef praat. So, Kofi.
Mary has a comment.
Wie?
Mary has a comment.
Waar's Maria se comment? Oh,
Nee.
Maria Ileka. Oh, hey!
Die
Tuba.
girl.
Jeff Bezos' wealth grew by 79.8% during the pandemic.
Wow.
Elon Musk by 277% and Mark Zuckerberg by 85.1%.
You see?
More than 500 people became who blast in die
It
mic.
says
Dis Jay.
the mic is stand up.
Nee, Jay maak so. Something about that doesn't sit right with me. That people become that rich while the majority cannot get by. Gosh, I hate capitalism.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Kaufman,
That's it. Baie dankie.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Until next year.
Vielen Dank.
Cheerio.
We will be seeing each other.
Yes.
I know we will be somewhere, somehow, at the coast. We will bump into each other.
Yeah.
En dan doen ons wat.
I'll know exactly, but I'm not going to say.
Vijay, I don't know. What is it about you white people and Germans? The first thing they do if they see you, luister, kom vat 'n jeggie, man.
Yeah.
En je moet al die drum krijgen.
It's our booster shots.
Your you have an obsession with Jägermeister, but I love Jägermeister, so
We'll introduce you to Underberg.
to Underberg.
Yeah, that's much better.
Underberg is just an excuse for having Jägermeister. That's my take to it.
Alfredo say coffee is like the milk to our coffee.
Hey, Alfredo. Dankie, easy coffee.
We will be seeing more of you next year.
Yes, and the news next year is going to get more specific, more informative, more educational.
Vielen Dank, Kofi.
you.
Auf Wiedersehen. Thank you very much. Franco Jose says, hey, Gustavo become the first Namibian to EFT $800,000 less than 24 hours. Wow. That is something. I think before we get into the news of the day, we have some guests in studio.
Yeah.
Mitch, if you don't mind, if you can just quickly just
Do it.
get our guest into the studio, so that we can quickly just get them in studio and discuss what they want to come and discuss. Sylvia Wakumbwa says, I'm just happy I can show some upslate. Sylvia, you know, you guys have just been marvelous this year. We so much appreciate that you guys have logged in every day diligently, logging in and come and share the day with us. I see Nico Kayama is also on the stream, Mr. Desert Grace. Nico, welcome to the show. Nico, waar is jy nou op die oomblik? We know you are somewhere in the deep south. I hope you and your family is safe. So enjoy also your holidays over there. Kom ek lees nog gou so een of twee comments before we get into the show. Ro, as we say, we will be speaking about your family now. Ro Vera says, dankie dat julle vir my neef gebid het. Nou kan ons festive dans. Ja. Ek het nie gesê julle moet lag nie. Julle ken nie waaroor dit gaan nie. No, it's all a joke. Guys, welcome to our show. Skryf net so 'n bietjie vorentoe hierso na die mic toe. There you go. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for joining us on our show this morning. Emergency 360 is a 100% Namibian-based company that is aimed at providing emergency medical services training to all Namibians. The company wants to achieve this through affordable pricing and to be accessible to the general public. E360 also want to narrow the gap of access to healthcare and to give the community more options and a peace of mind regarding first aid training. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Okay, now I'll quickly tell you guys how this works. Okay, hierso is Informante live. Hier is die reëls hierso nie. Ons praat Engels, Afrikaans, ons lag, we poke fun, we joke, and you guys are live already. Just so you know. Yeah. So maybe first and foremost, you can just introduce yourselves before we quickly get into a discussion around the services that you guys provide.
My name is Asmara Apollos.
Asmara Apollos.
That's great.
Hi, I'm Jessina.
Justina, sit naby my broer man.
Ek is Jesino Strauss.
Die mense wil jou hoor praat.
Trek hy ding uit.
Ja, trek hom nader.
Ja,
Okay.
ek is Jesino Strauss,
Just-
intermediate life support en trainer vir E360.
Okay,
Services,
okay,
ja.
okay. Guys, maybe let's start off with your mission statement. What do you guys exactly do? And maybe you can just in words just describe the service that you guys are providing.
Yes, our services comprise mostly of 4 components. It's the emergency ambulance services with advanced life support medics. The owner of the company is Godard Spiegel. He's one of the most experienced advanced life support paramedics in Namibia. He's got years of experience. in the
Godard
industry.
Spiegel,
That's correct.
Kortman,
Yeah.
Stanley,
Stanley, I say.
Reus.
Oh, yes.
You don't see any resemblance.
Oh, okay, the bald heads, yeah.
Not even that. Reus is my cousin.
Oh, really?
We are the sons of 2 brothers.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
What a pleasant surprise.
Ja, Reus is my bloedneef. Ja, en nie hierdie Katutura neef nie. He's really my cousin.
Let me just tell you, everybody that comes here is Neville's cousin.
Yes.
I'm just telling you that.
Yeah. Weet jy gesê? Yeah. No. He's my cousin from my paternal side. My father and his father are 2 brothers. Yeah. So we've known each other our whole lives, and I know when it comes to paramedics, that's been his thing for a very long time. Diep spore getrap. Okay, sorry. I needed to get that out of the way. Okay, vertel nog.
Okay, en dan wat ons ook aanbied, miskien is Engels beter,
it's fine.
is first aid training, basic first aid training as well as advanced first aid. The third thing is then that we also provide companies with first aid kits. And we restock them or refill them for businesses. And then fourthly, we do standbys.
Standbys.
Do assistant, medical assistance at events, various events, either sporting events or shows.
Baby showers.
or, etc. So yeah, just.
We are moving into the festive period now. And I think the first thing that happened 7 days ago was, wow. I think one of the most gruesome accidents that we've seen in the history of this country, where about 16 or 17, 15 Namibians perished. But what measures do you guys think or services can you guys provide in obviously safeguarding the lives of Namibians in a time like this?
Okay, so I would say that as Namibians ourselves, we should take responsibility and maybe change our attitudes towards driving on our public roads, because the breaking of the laws that are happening are mostly causing these accidents, and I think it's pointless. There's one driver, but 15 people have to perish because of a simple mistake that could have been avoided.
Yeah.
So I would say there are simple and straightforward rules to abide to when you're driving, and if all the people can focus on adhering to them, that things will go better.
Yeah.
So when people are on the roads, I would say look out for the safety tips that are there, regulated for you, traffic signs, signals, and act accordingly to them.
Emergency 360, in terms of how far are you guys spread over the country? Are you guys only doing business in Windhoek, in the capital, or how far does your services extend?
Well, we are in Windhoek. We're obviously based in Windhoek. Our location is Independence Avenue, so it's quite centrally located, and it makes it more accessible to go to emergency perform emergency call-outs and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
We have a presence in Otjiwarongo as well. But as far as the training is concerned and things like that, we're able to go out wherever we are needed.
Mm-hmm.
So at the moment, it's Windhoek and Otjiwarongo.
Staff complement, how big are you guys
We at the moment
in
we
terms
are
of
quite
capacity?
at the moment we are a small team. Jacinia would be able to tell you a little bit more in terms of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So at this moment we are 2 instructors covering first aid and basic life support, making first aid one of the most requested.
In terms of training?
Yeah, in terms of training.
Okay.
Requested for our business now to go out to companies. Basic life support is basically something that students are looking for to enter our medical field as an entry to the medical field and to gain more knowledge on what they want to do further on, or even just stay and improve the qualification that they have and work on that one, like basic life support and advanced that levels. But yeah, mostly we focus on training. But then, like we said, our services also entail about responding to emergencies as well as supplying companies or individuals with first aid kits. And then we also have something that Asmara missed out right now. We do evacuation drills. We set up evacuation drills for companies just in case they don't know what to do in an emergency. If there's a fire or a medical emergency that might affect many employees in your company, how to deal with these things. So we also provide that. And then we also provide health and safety. Okay, so this also entails the workplace safety that we train these people for, so that they can go to their companies and maintain the safety and prevent any injuries or illnesses from developing inside the company.
Maybe I should pose this question to you. How long have you guys been operating, and when did you found the company itself?
Yeah, we have been operating since 2013.
2013.
13.
So
Yeah.
it has been 8 years. And we started here in Windhoek.
Only here in Windhoek. Okay, basic questions that everybody would ask, like even our viewers would want to know, is that are you guys recognized and registered with NQA and NTA? Are you guys Did you get the question?
Yeah. Oh, yes. We have all the necessary requirements for this establishment to be recognized and approved. So yes, we are approved by the most important part. So I'm just going to mention that our health council.
Yeah.
Health council. That's the most important one. So yes, we are registered, and people can be assured that the qualification does stand in the law.
Yeah. Okay. And just when Neville asked you, so you mentioned that JK was gaan in die festive. Festive is these are. So everybody's driving out, and this is the most of the companies are actually closing today. Most companies, and everybody's leaving Windhoek. And if you just want to give our viewers probably some safety tips, from car to on the road, just some safety tips for them.
Yeah, I've written down a few. So first of all, my main complaint towards motorists, drivers this time of the season is they are not visited.
Nee, hierdie man blaas die hele tyd in die mic.
Is die
Listen, kom ek sal jou wys, né? Sit soos wat jy sit, né? Just be natural. Then I want you guys who are watching the stream at the moment, né? Listen to Mitch's breathing in the mic.
Never, Jevasi by Shaolin Temple, breathing is a technique.
Kyk, julle het nog nie julle se earphones aan nie, né? He's the whole time on the mic.
That's all you can hear.
Neville, bruh.
Dat drink hy die koffie, né? Nou.
Vader van Ackermans Gym.
Yeah, but I heard those sounds intrigue listeners.
Nice one, you see? let's go on. Okay, I'll sit away from the mic.
So that's a biggie weg van die mic af.
Yeah, so our motorists or drivers this time of the season, they hesitate to abide by the road laws that keep us safe. So I would say there are general things to say. Your attitude towards driving itself should change. think about what can happen and not where you are on your way to. So drive the speed limit. First of all, don't drink and drive because, I mean, having an altered...
Maar ek is nie dronkie man. Ek sit net met my 750 in die been, tussen die bene. Ek ry mos net van hier af, net, I mean it's not far. En ek kan nie die ding nou toemaak nie. What message do you have for those guys? Those C63 and Golf 7 guys who do that?
Start abiding the law.
Yeah.
Start listening and following the rules of the road so that you can start preventing these disastrous accidents from happening.
Do you guys think it's simply speed, or is it a combination of alcohol and why do people speed? Why? For what?
I think people tend to forget that their actions have consequences on the roads.
Nabeer?
Their actions have consequences on the road, and basically what we're trying to say, and I think everybody's trying to say, is just be careful, think about what you do, just be considerate on the roads.
Yeah. I would speak to paramedics sometimes, and I would see, not just here in Namibia, but I would see even South Africa is obviously sometimes our reference into stuff that we do. And I've seen there's such a strong level of abuse meted out to paramedics for some reason or the other. If you guys come at a scene, whether it's a crime scene or whether it's a domestic issue and somebody is hurt, the level of abuse meted out against you guys. Do you guys have the same type of experience?
Yeah, we do actually have it, but I don't think in that at that level that it's stated. Yeah, so we do find challenges when going out to scenes, especially when it comes to violence or crime in general, because the people that we attend to most probably is part of the crime or most probably a victim of the crime or the so it becomes very sensitive, and then also people don't understand how to act when we are around. Okay, we don't expect you to keep quiet, but we also don't expect you to be rude towards us.
Yeah.
We are there to help you always.
I think maybe just one question that I also just need to ask before we sign off. A few months ago, one of Namibia's most prominent rugby players passed on at the rugby stadium with no paramedics in the vicinity of the rugby stadium. And this guy basically died, I think, on his way to hospital. What is the level of safety measures at sporting events in our country at the moment?
Okay, so what I know and my knowledge that I have towards that is I understand that all professional sport being hosted should have medical support on site.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a delay of 5 minutes, 3 minutes. No, it should be available immediately. Okay, because imagine going through all this physical stress. Anything can happen at any time.
Yeah.
I mean, the older we get, the weaker our bodies become. So there are players, not all of the players that we find on fields are healthy and all. They all have their own situation that they are taken care of. So I would say the regulation is make sure that there is emergency services for your event to avoid such disappointments or fatalities. I mean, I'm sure that if emergency services were there early enough, they could have done a better job because of delay. But organizers are also responsible for making sure that these things are organized.
True.
Yeah.
Any final words that you guys want to share with us? Mitch, do you have a question?
Yeah,
to
I
ask
actually have a question. I read through your profile, and the first thing that caught my eye was that you said you want to do it for affordable pricing. So like when Neville was saying, like, do you guys also think when these sporting events don't have medical support on site, it's because of the pricing rates in the industry itself?
Yeah, how affordable are you?
Yeah.
Are you? As jy goedkoop?
Ja, ons kan praat oor dit,
Yeah.
You know, there are certain things that people take serious and certain things they don't take serious. if you cannot foresee the future, then how can you act on it already? But prevention is better than a cure at the end of the day. People don't get access to medical services for their events, sporting events, corporate events, shows out there, having more than 100 people at the same place. I mean, so I would say when it comes to medicine, medicine is always going to be expensive, okay? So I would say don't put a price on your life. Don't put a price on someone's life. Rather be safe than sorry.
Maria Ileka is asking, do they still perform CPR during the pandemic?
Of course, there are certain precautions that we take when doing CPR with these patients.
Nou, hoe maak julle?
We are protected.
Nee, sê hoe maak julle?
Well, CPR still stays the same. It's
Nee?
just, yeah, it's just the devices that you use protect you. Okay?
Oh, I see.
Yes, so the equipment that you have available to you protects you from contracting this virus.
Yeah, but it's still it's risky. Eh? I think I mean, my mother's been a nurse for a very long time, and at Karatura Hospital, and luckily now during the pandemic, I mean, she's retired now. But I mean, the number of nurses that contracted the virus during this pandemic, it's high numbers. So any final words, guys, that you would like to share with us?
Or where the viewers can get you guys?
Numbers.
Contact numbers, you know.
Pertaining to our training and things like that. We have new numbers as well. If it's pertaining to the training, then it will be 081 75 00 004 or 2. And then for emergency services, in the case of an emergency, it's 081 222 3222. Or you can also just pop us an email, info, especially with regards to training. It's info@e360nam.com.
Thank you very much, guys. You have the information right there. We don't have to repeat it. You can just scroll back on the stream, and you will be able then to get the details around it. Guys, thank you so much for popping in. I think you guys are doing such a great job, and obviously, Aureus, I know this has been his passion for a very, very, very long time. I remember years ago, because I mean, we used to obviously train together as cousins, and he always said before he came into this is his passion. This is what he wants to do. So I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy to hear that it's come to fruition, and we are here to support. E60 emergency. Word for me, E60.
E360.
Emergency 360. Thank you so much for coming into the studio. Huh?
Error. Emergency.
Yeah, emergency. Thank you so much, guys, for coming in, and please stay safe. My sister, I have to say, love the hairstyle.
Thank you.
It is. I always say, and you know, here in studio we speak about anything and everything, and dress and fashion and everything is always something that everybody loves to talk about it.
Yeah.
And the first thing of you that caught my eye was the short hairstyle, that leg baie nga. Can you say something to these girls with die klomp
From Maria Goed, say iets from Maria Goed.
Hierdie lelike hare wat loop hulle se kop.
Say iets from Maria Goed daar.
Ja.
To each their own. You know, whatever's comfortable for you, whatever's comfortable.
Come on, humbleness.
Nonsense.
Do you guys have a website?
We don't dictate to people how
Such diplomacy in the
Come on.
studio. Yes.
website is still under construction.
Oh, it's still under, because they're actually asking if you guys have a website.
Woo, welcome for Festus Katuna. Love the last comment.
She looks beautiful. Maria says you look beautiful.
Yeah, Maria says you look
Just wave to her there at the camera, like Mary.
Franco just say, jy kan net shut up, asseblief. Nee, kyk, you know, you also have our, onze stoutkinders op die show. When another man performs CPR on another man, are they considered gay? What kind of nonsense is that? Franco Jose. En jy het nie maniere nie. Elke dag moet ons jou hanteer soos 'n stout kind hier op die show. Monique Bubble say he must take off the reflected jacket. Ek dink jy moet gaan nou.
That's the reason.
Ja,
Nee,
jy moet kom gaan net gou.
Daar's mense wat jou check. Hey check.
Ek glo hulle het klaar gesien, man. I'm always in town.
Baie dankie, né?
Guys, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you. Mitch,
Thank you for
yeah.
having us.
Any last? Did you want to say something else?
Yes,
Yeah.
please, let's keep this festive season safe and adhere to our rules of the road, please. All of us, regardless. And underage driving, we should stop that.
Ja,
I'm gonna send this last clip that you say. I'll send it to my 16-year-old son.
asseblief never.
Wat net wil, Daddy kan ek gou.
Shoprite toe gaan.
I
Yeah.
think that's one of the that's also one of the accident reasons, right? Yeah, parents should also look to make sure that the kids don't do these things. Break the rules. Starts with
Neville is hier.
Doris,
Wat hy goede toelaat.
Doris, there's nothing wrong with me giving a compliment to a beautiful woman. Workama, Neville, is that how you propose I trim my hair? Say like mooi. Doris, I've been telling you all along. Okay, and Doris is somebody, it's a girl that I know. Doris is this hero woman who does not know what to do with her hair. I keep on telling her, Doris, jou kop lyk mooi. Hou op hierdie false nonsense in jou kop sit. Cut it short, trim it, and it's going to look beautiful. Now you see how good she looks. Ja. Daar word jy ook gesê van Masha, jy sal goed lyk met Chommy. Okay. Dis hoe dit op die show gaan. Ek dink julle moet nou gaan hè, want dit sal nie ophou nie. Guys, thank you so much for coming in and stay safe. We will support any information that you guys want to share with us. Please share it with us and we'll obviously disseminate the information out there. Sharp. Check your yeah. That was Emergency 360. They are 100% a Namibian-owned company providing emergency medical services training to all Namibians out there. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Yes, we're going to get straight into the news of the day. And yeah, as we were saying, Mr. Ricardo Gustavo, he got bail yesterday. As we know, his bail was set at 800,000 Namibian dollars. Okay, at 800,000 Namibian dollars, and I'll just quickly give you what one of our dailies is saying today. Fish rot accused Ricardo Gustavo is free again after 2 years in jail. Gustavo was released from the Windhoek Correctional Facility, where he and the other accused in the fish rot fishing quota fraud and corruption case have been held in pre-trial detention yesterday afternoon after a bail deposit of $800,000 had been paid into an account of the Ministry of Justice to secure his liberation. Gustavo stepped out of the dock and warmly embraced his lawyer Trevor Brokerhoff as soon as Judge Herman Oosthuizen had left the courtroom in the Windhoek High Court, where he announced his ruling on Gustavo's bail application yesterday morning. Wow. Mitch?
Neville, ek wil net van Monique Papel sê, ek het die seun se bril teruggegee asseblief. Moet jy nie ge-worry
Before
wees
you
nie.
say that, let me just let you know that good articulation of the English language will open many doors for you. Doors of all kinds. Gustavo is a free man.
He's a free man.
He's a free man.
Yeah. On that take, Shines, give us your opinion as to what transpired in court yesterday.
I don't have any opinions. Probably just all the facts.
What?
I said I don't have any opinion. I'm just gonna tell the facts.
Oh,
There's a
okay.
difference between opinions and the facts.
Okay.
So what actually happened in court is the fact that the man is set free on a very, very, very serious bail conditions. I was in the in the hearing of the bail application, and I can guarantee you, his lawyer really did his homework. He had a lot of really, really good arguments on merits as to why his client deserves bail.
What are the conditions? Do you have any idea what the condition? I think I read some of the conditions that were set here. But if you can maybe just share with us some of the conditions.
Why can I not hear myself now?
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'm loud and clear.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so some of the conditions that if my memory serves me well is the fact that he's not allowed to get anywhere or 25 kilometers near the Hosiakotaki airport.
Maar die man bly dan naby die airport.
Yeah, I think they calculated already because Fingenstein is how many kilometers before the airport? I think it's
Probably 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's not allowed to get anywhere 20 kilometers before the airport.
Uh-huh.
And then he's also not allowed to get, I don't know if they say how many kilometers before the airport. There's also a little bit of a restriction there as well.
Yeah.
And then also some of the other conditions are the fact that he shouldn't leave Fingenstown between the hours of 1600.
Uh-huh. 1600.
Yeah, that's 4.
Okay.
And 7 in the morning.
Uh-huh. So from 4 o'clock in the... Okay, listen. So from 4 o'clock in the afternoon...
There's no ferries for the homeboy.
Yo.
Yeah.
So from 4 o'clock in the afternoon until 7 the next day...
If my memory serves me right.
He's not supposed to leave Finkenstein.
He must be in there. I mean, he can take a walk around the yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not allowed to get out of that place. And another one is the fact that he has to report to the police station with the supervision of the one of the ACC investigation officers. I think it's twice a week or something like that.
Maria says Finkenstein is 20 kilometers from Jen Airport, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's probably Hosiakotaki that we're talking about here. Rovera says, Maria, the family has decided not to mention how much each member gave. Okay.
But it's Maria left. He got bail on the same day. They are friends.
Uh-huh.
It's
so what
just,
are you trying to say, homeboy?
You feel there's a connection.
I'm just saying.
There's a connection here.
I'm just saying. But this is the problem I have with these dudes, man. Ever since the start. Yeah. I just want to read something there quickly.
Okay.
So they will be told by the judge, like, do this and do this and do this. Then they'll always want to do extra stuff. Like Gustavo was told, he can pay cash 300,000. My boy decided to pay the whole thing.
Okay.
And that's the way you're telling the judge, these guys have the money.
He's got the money.
He's got the money. Like, why would you want to pay the whole money?
So, because I believe there was an option of paying $300,000 cash, and you should at least give at least $500,000 collateral.
Yeah.
But so the Ministry of Justice secured the whole $800,000.
The court official was telling the people there, like, he is at the reception filling in paperwork.
But
My guy.
Sometimes we don't really know, because when somebody makes a decision, you don't know from which options they had to take that decision.
Yeah.
It could have been the fact that maybe he decided not to give anything of or any of his properties because maybe that's where he's gonna make a living for the next how many. The man is not employed anymore, so he probably has rented out those properties or whatever the reason he has. So we can't really come to a conclusion that he's trying to show off or he's trying to do that. We don't know. But the fact that either way, he still has to pay bail.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, paying it that way wouldn't count against him.
No.
But how is it counting against him if you give him that amount?
Option.
You give him the options. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think. Look, justice doesn't work in a way that we think. Justice works in a way that it serves justice to everybody.
Yeah.
Whether you ask me to pay $800,000, wherever I'm gonna get that money is none of your business. We don't know. Maybe he borrowed the money to friends. We're not saying that he's rich. I mean, he has all the money. Just because he paid that cash, he could have, been assisted by family and friends.
My question to you guys is, I believe throughout the trial, and I guess to all of you guys out there also listening, we sort of had the assumption that as the trial was ongoing.
It was not a trial, it was just bail hearing.
Okay, the bail hearing, as you say. The bail hearing. As the bail hearing was ongoing, is that it sort of, I had the feeling that most of these guys are pleading.
Not guilty.
No, not guilty, but sort of pleading that they don't have any money. That because of their incarceration, they've lost their ability to earn income. They are fighting off a legal process in terms of keeping some of their assets, and their resources has been so drained because of this legal process. And boom shaka!
That's the point that I wanted to make.
Suddenly, on $800,000, I can pay this from my back pocket.
And that's the point that I wanted to make. His point was, he was saying, he even said it so well, was that I'm living on the deliverance of my family.
Okay.
And he said my kids had to change schools from, is it St. George's to
from a private school to a public school.
Public school. And then you get bail and you get these two options of like, pay 300,000 and the other can be paid from property or guaranteed surety, and you decide to take the option of paying cash.
I'm not saying, I don't want to speculate that it's going to count against you.
I'm just saying that
I understand you guys clearly, and if my sense of interpretation is really working properly at this point, I can only say that you guys are thinking in a very narrow perspective, in a way that they say is that, money is money, and a $10 today will still be a $10 tomorrow. But a property's value never depreciate. So this man he's probably thinking on that level that, look, if I keep this money, the money that I have today, and then I take a $10 tomorrow, it's just this money is not growing. But if I give my properties away, I may not be able to get these properties anymore, but I can still look for some other money to survive. And like you say, this man, he's been living on the assistance of the family members. Why can't you still think that maybe the family members assisted him to gather the $800,000?
It's just a question.
Just a question. It's just another question as well that I'm giving you.
Yeah. No.
I mean, why?
No, you're right.
Why should we be so fast and quick to jump to the conclusion that he has money or he paid the whole?
He has the money. He has the money.
That's the problem, because we always, I know we are artistic. We are good at drawing conclusions, but guys, let's not be too artistic. Even to a point that conclusions we also draw.
Comments quickly. Franco Jose says, Gustavo's English granted him his bail. My Kwanyama brothers, my first Polish day English before given bail.
Man,
Maria says,
people are looking for
Shines would know. Masha says, "Word for rah." Okay. Tangeni with the capital says, Maria is already a top fan. Roviera says, Maria Ileka, the family has decided not mention how much each member gave. We can hear me clearly, Mr. Shines praat soos een wat nou binnekort wil sing.
What is that?
Stefanus James
You're gonna
Ananias,
start singing.
What is binnekort?
like now, like in the next few seconds, you're gonna start singing. That's Mohausi Boli says the judge is in someone's pocket. Where is Maria? That's not Elias Mussolin. Okay. Maria, antwoord toch, waar is Jay? Okay. Camilo says, not only is English, but the guy is just too professional. I salute him. Maria Ileka is asking, Etse, where have you been? Yesterday was my last day. Yeah, Sela Maria. Penda Nali says, yeah, from 6 until 6 in the morning. That's how Penda sees obviously the conditions. Estomich says, I am not surprised he got bail. The ACC didn't do a great job investigating him or following the rules. This just told the nation this guy's crimes are not the same. Elia says, Maria, come in. Dante Lovu says, Finkenstein is only 14 kilometers from town. Franco Jose says, Maria got bonus money from Gustavo. Matter of fact, they are chilling at Finkenstein. Maria Leko, Dante and Glover, you're actually right. But it's a round off I was making since Neville said 40 kilometers. Okay. Franco Jose says, Gustavo can put on a disguise and you wouldn't know that he's chilling at country club or safari, importing ladies from South Africa and UK. Woo! Franco Jose, you and your conspiracy theories.
Ungovernable case.
Neville, Maria Ileka, Neville is amper en Gobabas. Ay, sick man. George Kambala, good morning. Mitch is on something with those pointers. Quick question. Gustavo can get employment anywhere else in the world except Angola, Iceland, or UAE, but must surrender his travel documents. Please help me make sense of this.
Yeah. What indicatments, bruh?
Yeah, so
one of the restrictions should have been they should not touch any fish products in Namibia.
Let's go.
Seriously. So this guy can apply for a job.
Yeah, he can apply. He can apply for a job. It seems like it.
But he cannot go to the airport.
Yeah, obviously the countries that we talk about here are the countries that he cannot fly or visit these countries. Because these are the countries that's basically mentioned obviously in this whole fish road saga. Iceland, Dubai, which is the UAE, Angola, of course.
Yeah, now Shane's just make me understand, because I would I'm reasoning like from the outside, like.
Okay, but before I make you understand, I can only make you understand if you want to understand what I want you to understand.
No, you said you're just gonna speak facts,
what
right?
Now? What are we talking about?
Okay.
No, I wanted. I didn't even say what I wanted. It's like, people, science, man.
Just playing with you, bro. Okay, let's go.
Science, man. Listen, okay, so if I'm on bail, I can apply for a job in, let's say, Lesotho.
South Africa or Lesotho.
South Africa. And I'm on bail, I'm on house arrest. Well, how does that work? How does that make sense?
I think what you have to understand is that everything is possible for as long as there is a provision made by the authorities. So if, let's say, for example, you get a job outside the country, and then, one of your bail conditions are the fact that you have to surrender your travel documents. I believe, and I'm speaking under correction, you can apply. It's probably to the registrar of the court, and I'm sure with thorough considerations of the facts or the genuine or the most probably how true and how real that is, and the fact that you're not going to abscond. And they will try to make a provision for you, because look, that's a job that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And justice is not there to actually to work against you. It's there to work against,
injustice.
It's just there to serve justice. So if you have a job, I'm sure there's a provision that the authority can do to make sure that you are there, but you're still not absconding. You still have your responsibility. You have to remember, bail is a contract between you and the state.
Yeah. Okay, so I get a job in South Africa now.
Yeah.
Will they will they put me on house arrest in South Africa, or am I free to move wherever I want in South Africa?
I still believe that your bail condition will still be enforced.
Enforced, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
That you getting a job somewhere doesn't necessarily mean that your bail conditions are relaxed.
Hmm?
Yeah. What Maria is saying, and maybe this also answers the question, Mitch, people can work from home. Gustavo is a broker, so his job doesn't require him to travel to the place physically. He can do business online and via phone. Dante Lovo says, guys, we can now work remotely. So he can Skype, he can work through emails for the work that he does. It's not that complicated. Very true, guys. Estomish says, in this case, you can't apply for jobs in other countries because they have your traveling documents. Rovia says, guys, let us pray for Mitch's English bundles. We have seen that prayer works.
What did I even say that? Like,
Mitch,
I don't even
you
want to
get
say
it.
like those. What do you call those words? Like those complicated, complex. I don't use that. I want to use things that my people understand, man.
Yeah.
But there's no such a
As he
thing
also
as
tell me.
It's not my mother.
Yeah.
English is not my mother.
Yeah.
But the reason why I asked that, is that even if you apply for that job and you're working from home and then you just go here like after how did Gustavo get that job? Then there was corruption again. They didn't even interview him. They didn't even do it. I'm just like, in my head, like I told you, I was like, I'm speaking from the outside. Like, normal person, like, so they're going to take your travel documents and you can travel to another country, apply for a job and work there. So how will your bail conditions be there if it happens now physically? That's what I was in the sense that you have to work there physically. Will your bail conditions still be applied? That's what I actually meant.
I understand, but okay, Shines, go first.
I was just saying, I think, for the court to make that provision is the fact that they see the practicality around it. Should that come to, to place, I don't think the court will actually give or make a provision where the practicality around it is 0 out of 10. So most definitely, should now there be an opportunity where he has to go work there physically, I'm sure the court will make a provision, or they can still make a ruling that no, this is not possible, this is possible. I'm sure they should be able to find a solution in any way that still benefits the accused.
Yeah, from my side, guys, I do think that I don't want to overthink this. I think the fact that we do say that somebody like Gustavo can work remotely, he can conduct his business from the comfort of von Finkenstein, and so be it. Because I think the fact that we want to bring any other play of him getting a position in South Africa, then obviously his bail conditions have to be relooked again in terms of traveling, and there's going to be another application for him to travel or not to travel to South Africa or not. It's just a waste of time. So I don't want to break my head like with COVID, all information about COVID. Like I don't want to break my head over variants and how variants work and don't work
But Neville, it's called the exercise of the brain.
No, of course. But then again, it is the exercise of the brains. But you know what? You need to choose how you exercise your brain. There are certain things, and we're all different people. I'm not going to sit here breaking my head over exercising my brain whether Gustavo needs to go to South Africa for a job or not. If the option of an employer is in South Africa that says this guy can work from von Finkenstein, why must I exercise my brain on this particular issue? You are a law guy. If you want to do that, please feel free to do so. Meanie. Okay.
Laziness.
Nah.
As a kleinvrijdag.
I don't want to think. I know, but I understand that. I understand what you're saying.
As a kleinvrijdag, I just wanted to bring up this topic that we had a discussion yesterday, and most of the people were like, it was a discussion around making DNA test mandatory for people to get their kids' birth certificate. What do you guys think about
What is that? What is that?
Huh?
Say that again. Say
Like-
it slowly.
DNA test
Oh,
should be
DNA.
done before parents can get the birth certificates of their kids. At birth, it must be done there, like DNA test, and say, this is the father, this is the mother, here's your birth certificate for your kid.
So you're saying that becomes a prerequisite before you get your ID?
Yeah.
Without anything that actually prompted the provision of a DNA
Yeah,
test.
it's just like it should be compulsory, because we had a discussion of a lot of men are raising kids that are not theirs. That's what the guy was saying, and then he came up with the thing like, yeah, DNA test should be compulsory at birth before you get the birth certificate.
You know what? I think every
What will that do to our country?
no, I mean, if it's a serious matter, let's talk about it in all seriousness.
Yeah.
I think for me personally, parents out there who question the paternity of a child, a man, I guess you are free to go and do that. I don't know why there should be a specific law for that.
But I don't think even it will be lawful to make that compulsory.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I agree.
Why?
Well, because firstly, if you are, unless both parents look, some of those things are subjective, especially family matters are more. You still have to to allow dignity of the people that are,
Involved
in first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So doing that, by virtue of doing that, for me, that's already you are disregarding the dignity. Of the parents, and of course you are. I just I'm trying to think around it, but I just don't see any lawfulness because you see, Mitch.
I'll explain to you. No.
Wait.
Yeah, okay, explain.
No. I want to hear what Shine says, and then you can explain.
Yeah, because that can only happen if you raised a complaint first. You as a father.
Yeah.
Now for us to make it compulsory, that's an insult. You know what I'm saying? It's an insult. Unless, like I say, some of those things are, especially a lot of private laws, the subjectivity of the law should firstly be given to the legal persons. You know what I'm saying? So you have the right to choose first. That's why even when you get married, we're not going to make it compulsory for everybody to get married.
Before they have...
No, just for everybody to get married.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it should be compulsory for everybody to get married. It is a subjective thing.
Yeah.
It's a choice. You know what I'm saying? A lot of private laws are actually enforced based on the subjectivity of the law or the fidelity to the law to the individuals that are involved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to make any sense for you to say, look, that must be compulsory for everybody to actually have a DNA test before the kids get their identity. To me, that's just an insult. And I don't know how to put it. Now I'm arguing with my own opinions. I'm not taking on behalf of the law, but I just feel like there's no lawfulness in that.
No, I don't even want to... the reason why we had that conversation was because the dude
Wait a minute. Please tell us where you had this conversation.
Okay, so...
I hope it wasn't at a bar.
Because Stephanus James Ananias says, los duisje bin gesprekke.
Yeah.
I was
Look,
just about to say that.
So where was this discussion?
The dude was just told, I think, like a week ago by...
Where was this discussion?
Yeah, it was at a bar. No, and I was doing the same thing you guys are doing. I was laughing because the dude was so angry. And, he spoke his mind. And he was like, no, man. His girlfriend told him, like, I think a week ago that the kid is actually not his. Because the father actually, the true father came back, the biological father actually came back from South Africa after studying and what. And so he's back now. And the girl was like, nah, JC de Pani. And this dude was so mad, and he was like, it should be made compulsory.
How old is this baby?
The baby is like 3 years. And
you know what?
Neville, you remember me and you had this conversation of, we don't like to use the word step and all that. Me and you were on the same team with this. But I was like, I will bring up this conversation at the morning mix because this dude was very hurt, and he said, and I was like, yo, wouldn't this help with all these things of this guy, the kid is 21 years, and he just comes to find out it's not his kid, and you know.
But you see, now that's where you, Mitch, as a man, or as because you see, when a child is born, firstly, there's an assumption that there is a father.
Yeah.
Okay. Unless it was
assumption.
Provided. Yes.
I think he's even
provided,
he's listening to the show because I said I'll bring it up.
Unless it was provided that look, this kid was born through surrogacy. But still, the kid is given a father. You know what I'm saying? We call it the father.
I don't get it.
The father is called, I think, is a putative father. All right.
A what?
Putative.
Putative.
Yeah. Father.
Okay.
That is now the presumption from birth.
Okay.
That look, if you were the boyfriend, you are the putative father of that kid. If you dispute that hey, listen, man, I'm not a father because of A, B, C. You know, there was this and this and this, so I'm therefore applying for a DNA test of this father because I want to find out. Why? Because of A, B, C. But if you don't dispute that, then we assume you're the father. Like I say, every child, there's always a presumption that child has a father because, come on, naturally.
Until you dispute it.
Until you dispute it. A woman can never give birth to a child alone.
I am, you know what, this conversation of paternity is a conversation that baffles my brain, because anybody and everybody that I know around me, if I look at Shines and I see that child between Shines and Doris, I can clearly see that this girl, she has the eyes of Shines, the nose of Shines. She's got the mannerism of Doris. You can clearly see that from the age of 2, 3, or whatever. I still don't understand. And you know what? If you look at a guy like Quentin, if you look at Quentin Jr., if they stand next to each other, you can clearly see this is father and son. I'm just talking very subjectively now. This is just what I'm talking about. How people go through life after 2-3 years and still question the paternity of a child if you see this child that's supposedly yours. How is it possible that you, Mitch, after 3 years, can't see any signs? Kijk soos my kinders. Nose, eyes, head, my sons, my body type. I know my children. I can see some qualities or some characteristics of my wife, some biological traits of my wife in my children. How does somebody not see after 2-3 years that this child is not mine?
There are people in the world whose genes are so weak that when they meet a too dominant, partner, that their offsprings are completely, or they could have maybe we'll say
not 2%. Even one.
Yeah,
one or two traits.
They could possibly have 2%. 2% of their is it genotypes or
yeah.
And for that reason, even if when you question, they'll be like, no, maybe probably.
Who do you look like between your mom and dad?
Well, I look like my dad.
You look like your dad.
Yeah, and even the color complexion is my dad.
Like my mom.
You look like your mom. Yeah, but I got very strong characteristics of my mother from my maternal side.
Yeah.
So and my father's side, there are some characteristics that I do see from my father's side, but not a lot. But there are.
One thing I realized, I've got an uncle of mine. This man is too dominant that all his kids look like him, and none of the kids look like the mother. Now, if that had been the opposite, people would think that,
Like,
hey,
oh,
man, Ali is really your kid,
Kids,
but now
yeah.
he's the father. Sometimes you find the woman is the one who's like too
who's dominant? Genes are dominant.
and these kids don't look like the father at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it only plays to our advantage when the kids look like the father, and then of
yeah.
course, and everybody will believe, yeah, I know you are dominant, brother. But if it's the mother who is dominant, everybody
People will question it. Yeah,
But it's a
I
problem.
get you there. I get you.
It's a problem.
And the nice part is, I told him to watch the show today. I will mention it, and you can
Neville is
because
just
I don't want
reading
to
comments.
ask.
Neville, read louder so we can hear.
Yeah.
I
I want to.
laugh.
I want to read the
Cum
comments.
laude.
I want to read the.
Neville, cum laude.
Franco Jose says a lot of women won't longer benefit from child support if men find out that their child ain't theirs. Dante Ilovu says, I want to join the show next year. Please, Dante, whoever you are, send in your CV so that we can have a discussion and see what kind of, what do you have to offer. Shalako Roviera net 'n klomp snert. Wat is nou klomp snert? Roviera, Masha sal jy nie mag werk kry nie. This is not the time to try new things. Sylvia Wakumbwa says that's unnecessary. It could be she did it out of spite. En vat die kind na jou oma of ma, hulle kan hy goed
Yeah, onze
Hulle
oma's
kan hy
is
goed
like,
sien.
those were our DNA tests. Like,
Ja.
our mothers were like, yo, jy het so gelyk toe jy klein was.
Franco Jose, in layman's language, biological father is what Shines says. Shines, why are you killing our Namibian nation with your American dialect? Relax, dis net ons.
Chill, Buffett.
Ja.
This is just me. They ain't another
Rest, pavoe.
Ro Vera says, soos ek nee. Ek sal nie 'n lelike kind aanvaar nie. I am too cute for that energy. Mwausi Boli says, al wat ek weet, if an elderly person says, die kind is Mitch se kind,
It is.
glo maar, ja. Doris says, dude, a child will always look like who the mother says is the father. If I said my kids are Neville's children, all of a sudden you begin to see the similarities. Come on, yeah, man, they even walk the same.
Doris is right.
Even the shadows are the same.
Estomish says, Neville, some girlfriends' wives cheat, but let their partner raise the kids with them due to shame. To Shine's view, true. My DNA is strong, it takes over. My kids resemble me. Yeah. Tangeni says, no, brother, you will always have your father's feature. If I have to put my head on the block.
Don't say always.
Yeah.
Always is a strong word.
Really, if I have to really say, true, I don't look like my father.
Yeah, not always.
Because I believe your chromosomes, obviously,
It's a mixture.
they cross.
They cross, yeah.
Yeah, so boys always look like their mothers, and daughters always.
Like I say, always is a big word.
Yeah.
Let's stay away from always because you
No,
see when
because,
you say
I mean,
always,
Most of the
Wait,
times. Let's say most of the times.
Everything, even if you were sitting there all these years at the back, we always say everything we discuss is subjective, because everybody else has another opinion on
Yeah.
it. Okay.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
but you see, never subjective is something that only concerns you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay, now
exactly. That's
always-
the
Yeah.
point. Science.
No, you
Science.
say, unless you say,
Listen, if I say always, ne,
Yeah.
then it's me talking.
but you say
If you say always, then it's you talking. And then you challenge me, I challenge you, you challenge you, you challenge you. That is what debate is.
Science
Yes.
wants to be a lawyer here,
no,
man.
no.
Yeah. Science, man.
Listen. Look, never. When you say kids always look like their fathers,
It's my opinion.
that's your opinion. But what
Exactly.
I'm saying is that all. I don't have a problem with your opinion.
Exactly.
What I have a problem with is that always word.
You
Because
can't,
I can-
you,
I can't go
always,
to
you
discuss
can't dictate
Always.
my semantics.
I'm
Okay?
not dictating it.
Yeah, because you say I must not say it.
No, what I'm saying.
No,
for example, if you
it
say,
doesn't work like
never,
that.
If you say Namibians are
Look like the founding
always-
father.
you,
If-
like you say,
like-
Namibians always say, for example, what is the most common? Yeah, Namibians always use Afrikaans slangs in English.
Can I give you an example?
Yeah.
For instance, we always had the fight with Maria in studio.
Yes.
Obviously, with Maria's advocacy.
Yes.
About GBV.
That always works.
Wait. You see, and that is how you feel about it. Okay. So when Maria would say in studio, a lot of times, how she feels about Namibian men. Namibian men are the worst in this, or the worst in that. We are the biggest cheaters. We are the biggest perpetrators of GBV, etc., etc. That's always been her opinion. Okay? And it was always our prerogative to counter-argue her opinion. Okay? So the semantics that she used is her way of explaining herself.
You see what I realized, when you are arguing but you're not on the same level?
Yeah.
Because I'm not talking about the enforcement or the presentation of your opinion. That has got nothing to do with what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is probably maybe the use of the word that it doesn't fit there. If we can get another word there, we can say Namibians kids most of the time look like a father.
That's right. That's how you would say it.
But it's not how it's so.
So what are we talking about now? What are we talking about? What's the issue that we need to clarify?
The issue that we need to clarify
yes,
is
let's concentrate.
When you say
Shines, let's concentrate on what we want to talk about.
Okay.
What is it that you want to say?
What I want to say here is the fact that when you say kids always look like their father, or you say, girls always look like their father, that's what I have a problem with.
You have a problem with
because when you say always, you were saying that all the time.
What does
you have a problem with it? Okay.
Can I ask? Shines.
If I were
when does anything qualify to be generalized?
To be generalized.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell.
When more than 60% of anything mostly does it, you can generalize it. Like if you say most of the Damaras have an accent, most of them do.
Yeah.
So you can say, Damaras have an accent.
Yeah.
Cause more than 50% of them do it.
Okay.
So you can say they have an accent.
Okay, so you've got stats that daughters always look their fathers?
It's not about stats.
Okay, so how did you get the 60%?
Okay, it's not about the stats. I'm just saying most Damaras do it. Damaras have an accent. Is it? Yes or no?
That is
do they have or not? Do they have?
They do have an accent.
Okay, so we say Damaras have an accent. We don't say most.
I think, Mitch, what we're arguing here, this is the use of language and was probably grammar. Because for me, always doesn't qualify to be there. I would use another word, and that's my take.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You see, Shines.
Yeah.
Shines.
That's my take.
What we are trying to say.
Yeah.
Like you did say there.
Yeah.
That is my take.
Yeah.
And that is your take, and I respect your take.
I respect your take too.
Yeah.
But I'm going to see at the end of the day, the show has to go on. We have to disagree to agree.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you see, and that is what we were trying to say.
Vader van Agermans, Edgars en Jet. Asseblief. Save from.
So, no, but the problem is that, guys, come on, either way, whether we are being, we are arguing on, on
a use of language.
Okay. We still, keep in mind that, using. Can't believe about it.
Lees in comments, God.
I'll be savage. But
why?
I won't get to that.
Okay.
Look, you guys will hate me on the last day of the show for the year.
Come on. When we're arguing and we are not on the same level.
What I wanted to say is that whether is subjective or objective.
We were supposed to be talking about maternity and paternity here. Now Shines came with, don't talk like that. That is not correct. I feel that I. Let me read some comments. Stanley T says, the truth about a child's father lies with the mother and only with the mother. The reason why paternity tests come in is when the mother make the father doubt about the child's father. So let's talk about children born with HIV. While we have ARVs, because of society, parents hide their HIV status and don't take their meds. Get pregnant and the children had to suffer. Can those children sue their parents? Okay. As Masha Lee Masha sê, as julle wat sê julle is cute, wat lyk soos grondmonstertjies? Laat ander mense dit eerder sê. Moet nie jou eie sterk prys nie. I agree with you, Masha Lee Masha. Rovera says, kom wys my 'n lelike mens in my familie. Daar is nie. Die bloed is gekook. Wat se lelike oomgoeters? Ek maak DNA vir 'n lelike kind. Mohau Siboli says, kinders wat soos hulle pa wil lyk, moet by hulle se pa se maag gaan afgelei word. Hulle is mos Kandra Clapanello says, guys, let's be honest. Paar mense het regtig net lelike kinders. Ai, kurwanji. Shalako Stein. Yeah. Okay, guys. Masha Lee Masha says, Shines is a procrastinator today. Never person laat Shines die woord sê. Ooh, okay, you got a new word. Bubble says, laat Shines die woord sê. Veiligheidsgordel.
I've got insufficient. Insufficient credit or data to pronounce that word. Babbles.
Babbles.
Veiligheidsgordel.
Babbles.
Try it.
Babbles.
Try it, Shines.
Lester, exali.
Babbles.
Babbles. Guys, we've come to the end of 2021's morning mix. Wow. What a ride, guys.
Yeah,
what a ride.
Yeah.
What a ride.
Jy het my hierso by Oppo kom opgetel. So ek kan nie sê wat 'n ride nie.
Ja, as jy by op opgetel. So, Shines, what's your plans for the Christmas holiday?
Woo! That's right. I'm gonna be home with my family.
Where's home?
For Christmas?
Omasati. Omothia.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in Omothia. When are you leaving?
Over the weekend.
Oh, over the
Or most
weekend.
probably next week, early next week. I'm still have to decide. And then yeah, man. For New Year, I'm gonna be in the coast.
Oh, okay.
I miss the sound of the ocean a little bit.
I will be seeing you at the coast. New Year's.
But yeah. In fact, I need accommodation. Is that
Yo, Moor.
is our house too there, bro? that one, man. The one in there by.
Yeah. No, it's just, you'll just find me right there. Yeah. Mitch, you gonna be in Windhoek?
I'm broke, Neville. I'm working. I'm broke. Ek wil jou huis oppas, Neville. Kan ek asseblief sê my op die
skeleton? It'll be the skeleton of the.
Yeah, you'll be the skeleton stuff.
Yeah.
Of the whole Trasco.
Guys, thank you so much for all your support and the thank yous throughout today's show. We will be indicating to you guys exactly when next year we will be back in full swing as a team. But I just want to, I think, on behalf of the morning crew, we just want to wish you guys. Merry Christmas. May God protect all of you over this festive period. Whatever it is that you are going through in your personal life, you know what? We all just here to support each other. Life is not easy. I personally sit here, guys, and I think about the challenges that I have to deal with next year, because we all have challenges.
Yeah.
But then again, you know what? We're all here to come and support each other.
Yeah.
Even a small word from your side, Shines, that motivates me, helps me.
Yeah.
If I can say something to you, Mitch, just something small that can motivate you, it makes such a difference in all of our lives.
Yeah.
So, but thank you so much, guys. You guys on the top fan group, keep the fire burning over there. Don't stop talking to each other until we meet each other again. Ja, gaan jullie voor Maria?
Remove Maria. Ek sien julle môre, selfe tyd hier, so ek moet julle besig hou.
Everybody must just take care of themselves.
Yeah, everybody must just take care of themselves. Guys, thank you so much. Have a blessed Christmas. See you guys early next year.
Yeah, boy.
Shines. Yeah, once again, I think you need to cut the stream, ne? Without me
playing music.
Yeah, because I can't drag the Namibian music over to the new. Yeah, it's something with the system again.
I need to get Hannes to do that for me quickly.
Yeah.
Ons moet musiek nog line.
Okay.
For more as a show.
Yeah. Norma Good, wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, my MMC family. Dante Lovo, happy holidays, everybody. Enjoy yourselves and a Merry Christmas. Sebi, Kapitako, happy holidays. Yeah, sharp.
Get months.
Let's go.
Science, let us work, me and you.